What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If there was ever a day to respect supply and demand levels, today was the day. An insane move today between two major supply and demand levels, channel trading, opportunities to both sides if you're paying attention to the levels. In today's video, I want to talk about how to find supply and demand levels and really focus on the two levels that we're currently trading in on the NASDAQ futures. This level has been respected far in the past, dating back all the way to 2020. So sit back, relax. Let's do a little bit of a lesson on supply and demand levels and how you could have used them to trade today. So guys, we are here on the daily chart on the NASDAQ. This is the last 4 years just about of price action. This is back in March of 2020, and this is today, obviously, February of 2023. So we're looking at a pretty large area of price action. And the reason I date this back so far is because there is a level that was used back in 2020 and 2021 that is important as of today. So I want to show you why this level was important in the past and how it is being respected today, and how this is just a major level that the market trades around, an important level that could either be a supply or demand depending on which side the market is trading on, right? If the market is trading below this level, if it pushes into it, that is a supply level. If the market breaks that supply, comes back down into it, it could act as a new demand area. So this level, just in general, is very, very important for the market, in specific the NASDAQ futures. And I want to break this down and I want to share with you how I found this level. So if we're looking at the daily chart here, we want to find where is a level that has been tested multiple times. And the level that I can say that has been tested multiple times is back here around this 12,200 to 12,250. So I'm just going to go ahead and put two lines here, and I'm going to put this at 12,250. And I'm going to show you why I'm putting these at these levels. 12,250, and this one's going to be at 12,200. So if we zoom in to the last, this is back in 2020 and 2021, we're going to zoom into the price action here, right? We're going to look at, this is back in September of 2020, and this right here is March of 2021. So just in this short time period, we're going to see how many times this level has been respected on the market and why it's so important now. So we can see that right here we rejected this level. We rejected this 50-point zone. This was back in October of 2020. Right here, we rejected that level once again. November of 2020. Right here, we turned this previous double top rejection into a support. This is back in December of 2020. Now, after pushing off that level, we came back and we retested it. We retested it again here in March of 2021. So just in this short period, this level was respected 4 times. So this level obviously is very important. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom out, and I'm going to put a little box in this area. I'm going to put a zone in this area. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back in, make sure it's at the right levels. So I'm going to make this larger. We're going to go ahead and go to here. We're going to put the bottom value at 12,200 and the top value at 12,250. So we have our zone, our green zone in between that level. We can see rejection, rejection, support, and support. Now I'm going to zoom back out, and we're going to go into the more recent price action. And we're going to look at where this level was respected even over the last year. So we can see this is back in 2022. This is June of 2022, rejection. This is back in July of 2022, rejection. This right here, double top rejection into support, right? This is July of 2022 into a new support and turning into a demand. We came back to this level, turned it into a rejection right here. This is back in September of 2022. We came back into this level. Didn't quite get there, but we got very close. Rejected here, right? Rejected here, rejected here. And then again, in the more recent, we'll zoom in even further. In the more recent, we rejected right here. This is back in, this is the January 27th of 2023. And right here, once again, this is today, February 23rd of 2023. We rejected that level once again. And I didn't include the support that happened right here in February 10th of 2023. So you can clearly see this zone, this 12,200 to 12,250 zone on the NASDAQ futures has been respected multiple times over the last 3 to 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 touches of this zone have happened on this market over the last 3 to 4 years. And this is very interesting to see. And this is why, if we zoom into today's price action, you will see how the market rejected this level. So if I zoom in here on the hourly chart as of today, we're going to go ahead and dissect this level a little bit closer up, a little bit more short term. So you're going to see this is the hourly chart on the NASDAQ. This is back on the 27th of January, and this is today. So you can see on the hourly chart a little bit closer, here's your rejection back on Friday, the 27th of January. Here is your demand hold right here on the 10th of February. You can see once again here, we had a demand hold as we approached that level on the 17th of February. And you can see both this morning and late day today, we had a nasty rejection right at this level. Now, what you'll notice about this level is that when we're trading above it, it acts as a demand. When we're trading below it, it acts as a supply. So you can see right here, as we pushed into this level, we rejected it. As we came back down to it after trading above it, we found support. As we came back down to it after trading above, we found support. And as we traded back into it after trading below it, it acted as a rejection. Now, I'm not going to get too in depth into like how you would trade around this level, but we can clearly see, right? If we're using this level logically, we know that, okay, if we're keeping a clear mind, if we're trading with this level on the market, we're trading back to it, right? We see the demand start to step up. We see the consolidation start to step up. At this level here, we know risk reward is to the upside. We know that, okay, we're trading back into demand. I know that we have previously respected this level multiple times. If I go long here, I can put my stop under this level with the anticipation of that demand holding once again, having the risk reward to the upside. Over here, back in the, this is back on the 27th of January, we traded into this level. As you trade into that level, you can start to say, hey, this is, I know, a very important level. This is now a supply level that I could look to play a rejection off of. I know this level has been respected. My risk reward here as we approach this level is to the downside because I know this is a level that has been respected. Now, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the 5-minute chart here now. This is just today's price action right now, and this really sets it in stone. You can clearly see we pushed into this zone this morning. Major rejection off that level. After a little bit of consolidation at yesterday's lows, which we will get into why we held this level today as well, look at the push back into 12,250 and look at the rejection that came in. I can't stress enough focusing on these levels and trading off of them. Understanding where your supply is, where your demand is on an intraday basis is the most crucial thing that you could possibly know when you approach any trading day. I don't care where the RSI is. I don't care where the MACD is. If we're trading into a supply zone, I'm not going long. If we're trading into a demand zone, I'm not going short. These are levels that are respected historically on the market, as you can see in this video, over the last 4 years, and they have to be respected when you're trading intraday. So we're back here on the 4-hour chart, and we know that as of right now, we are trading below this green zone. So I'm actually going to turn this green zone red because as of today's date, as of today's trading, this is a supply zone, right? This is supply. The reason it's supply is because we are trading below it. If we are trading below this zone, this is supply to me, right? Because I know if we trade back into it, we could reject there. If we were trading above 12,250, I would consider this demand. This would be green on my charts. So we know as of right now, we are rejecting that 12,250 high, 12,200 zone, but where are we finding support? Where is the level that is currently holding a support on this market? Now I want to go over where the current demand is as today stands. So if we're looking at this 4-hour chart, as of the most recent price action, you can see we had a previous triple top right here back on this November to around December time period. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line out around this 12,075 area on the market. We know that in the past, we have traded between this zone. We have traded into this level 3 times back here, back in November and December. We rejected it right here. We rejected it right here. We rejected it right here. As we came back to this level, you can see right here, we found support. And if we're looking at today's price action, we found support and support once again. So this is a level of importance. We have seen that this level was a previous rejection 3 times here. It turned into support here. And as of the last few trading days, it is turning into support once again. So that, as of today, is our demand zone. We do not want to play short into this level. We only want to go short if that demand breaks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in to the 30-minute chart from today. And after zooming into the 30-minute chart, you are going to see how well these 2 levels that we have mapped out on the NASDAQ were respected both yesterday and today, and I expect to be respected in the future. These are levels that I am going to trade off of, and this is all I need to trade. I don't need an RSI. I don't need a MACD. I need to know where's my demand, where's my supply, where is my risk reward to the upside, where is my risk reward to the downside. These are things that are the most important in trading, and respecting these levels, I promise, will improve your trading. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom in here on the 30-minute chart and just look at the last few trading days. So you can see here on the 30-minute chart, we had this previous low here, which was a previous demand that we traded underneath, right? This was previous demand that turned into a supply here just today. This is a break and retest, break under the previous demand, turn it into a new supply. That is our major supply rejection level to be watching. If I zoom in here just on the last 2 days of price action, really can't make this up, right? Every single time we moved into this level, bounce, 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 buy long, buy it long, buy it long, right? If you went long, understanding that there's demand, trusting the demand level, you did very well yesterday. Again, today, if you went long, even after this aggressive sell-off, if you went long at demand today, you did very well. Now it's the same on the flip side. If you saw that we were trading into supply this morning, into those previous lows, back into this supply level, and you went short today this morning, you killed it. Now, after we got that push to the upside, if you knew that, okay, end of day, yeah, we are trading to the upside, but hey, let's be cautious. I'm not going to go long here as we approach supply. That doesn't make sense, right? We're trading back into supply. Why am I going to try to trade a breakout? I'm not going to go long into a supply zone, and you can see the reaction that we got. Now, of course, with any other strategy, with any other thing that you're using to trade, you have to be able to realize it intraday. It can't be something that you look at post-market and say, oh, I wish I could have done that. We have to improve our skills to be able to look at these levels intraday and react off of them. You can see here in the chat where we trade live every day, this was around 3:30 today. I said would be surprised to see the NASDAQ break over this morning rejection level around 12,270. That's around our 12,270, 12,250 supply. Pay attention to this upside level if you are trading late day. I'm going to zoom in on this chart, and you can see we were moving back into my supply zone, right? I had my supply zone mapped out, and I knew we traded from off the demand into the supply. I am not going to go long into this supply, right? It doesn't make sense like we just talked about. So I pointed that out to the group, talked about how we have to be careful at that supply. If I go down to my intraday commentary, you can see that today around 12:36, I sent a message about the NASDAQ attempting to hold yesterday's lows. That is our demand zone, right? If I zoom in on this chart, here's our demand zone down here around this 1235, 1275 area that I had mapped out on the screen. You can see we moved back into it and we started to hold that demand. At that same level, we were talking about Tesla off 197, Apple off the 200 SMA, right? Some really nice setups today off the lows, off the demand. Being able to understand those levels intraday, managing your trades based off of them, I promise, is one of the best things you can do for your trading. And I hope that today's video helped you learn something about supply and demand. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, press that like button before you head out, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.